Hello there. Good afternoon. So I've been in computer hell all morning. I started working on computer hell about the time I woke up and started drinking coffee. And I was still working on computer hell right up until about 20 minutes before the stream started. And at that point, I still had not taken a shower. So then I went and got in the shower, and that's why I'm late. I'm so sorry that I'm late. However, oh, look at this. Can you see in there? Got some guys in there. A lot of these, when I got them out of the package, they were a little bit bent. Like, how about that gun right there? That gun barrel? Can you see that? It's a little bit bent. Just a little. But that's okay. It's kind of bendy. Like, you can kind of like push it and like. I had him sitting on something for a long time, and it's gotten better than it was. But we also have the Pharaoh. What are they? Slaughterers or whatever. His little pole arm cleaver is kind of goofy, but whatever. I've got him in here also in a position where he will probably lay against the bottom when I pick it up, so that it might turn out to be a little bit less bent. Well, anyway, which one to start with? That's my next question. Oh, which one should I start with? I really like this blood weaver. I think she's a blood weaver. Crix. Night woman. I don't know. Whatever. I'm sorry. I don't know the game very well just yet. No one plays with me. Isn't that a sad story? I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And we're in the middle of a pandemic. So I think I'm going to start with her. I apologize for not being prepared. In fact, I'm going to move my camera around a little bit so I can get a little bit better view of what I'm doing. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hello there. Let's do about like, yeah, we'll do like this. Alright. She needs to be back here. That is the center of my vision. Alright, I'm going to put a nickel right here so I know that's going to be like right. Well, say. I like that. Be right down the leg of this, right about there. So I've got a point to put something else. I can take her off there, and I can put this 3D printed guy right there. Center of the vision. Good. All right. So we're going to paint this one. Don't worry, because all of my painting supplies are right here near me. How about that? Got one of them at art school. It was the first art school that I went to, not the second one. So we've got that. Might like to, yeah, I'm going to make a wet palette with that. I'll put some paper towel in there, and I'll be right back. Now, don't you worry. I'm going to be doing this all day, so... Yeah. I don't know if you heard me or not, but I said, now don't you worry, because I'm going to be doing this all day. So this is just a bit of preparation, but if you're impatient, you can check back in an hour and find me painting, I'm sure. So we're going to get these guys out of the way. There's a little bit of 3D or plastic flash. I put that in there. How about all that? That's right, I've been doing some printing. I plan to eventually melt that down and use it for something, but I can't make it back into filament because I don't have the type of machines to do that. I looked those up and they were like $5,000. I'm like, fuck that. Oh, sorry. Alright, like, I'll just make some plastic art. I'll melt it down, I'll make a mold, not in that particular order, and make something. Probably bases for 3D, for little plastic guys. Alright, so there's that. Oh, I'm gonna need some agua. Use these for ink washes, as you can see. There are more, actually. I'm going to use the green one this time. The green, that's going to get water in it. What else can I think of? Where's the green cap? I don't know if I want that for anything. I mean, I'm going to need it at some point, but it's good to prevent spillage, right? Especially when you're painting with acrylic paints. Incidentally, a long time ago, I bought a huge sum of paints. And they sat there, and I did not use them for so long that a lot of them dried up. But I'm not the only person in the house that paints. And some of my paints were used by other people in the house. However, they were used up. And however, they were not necessarily replaced, but there is more paint in the house that I was told that I was allowed to use. So, I have more paint. I also have gouache, but I don't think that's going to work on this. Oh, let us see. And don't you worry, I will look up this character and tell you exactly who that is. Paintbrushes. I can use. That one gets pretty fine. Pretty fine. It's only a little crispy. Not a whole lot. I'm going to keep that nearby. I don't know if I'm going to need that for anything but the base. Let me just pull all these out of here. Oh, we got a little bit bigger one. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Yes. I'm going to dip this in the inkwell. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, we want... Those ones are the same thing, but different sizes. And those all match. And there's one a little bit wider for the base. Oh, might even need that. It doesn't match, but it's about the right size for what I'm looking for. Okay, and that's the plastic thingy for that one. Yes. All right, that's good. Pardon me. Or just in case. I'm gonna get more out just so I have them. Got other ones that are better for fine painting. I might actually end up using these instead. Oh, that tiny little thing. How about that? All right. Very good. Oh, what else can I think of? Use that? No. Oh, I found my other pair of scissors. That's where they went. Alright, I think that's good. Now I need my paints. No, what's happening? This is not closing over. Oh, yeah. It's because my animation spine is not where it needed to be. Just like that. Got a Dremel. Got sculpting tools. No, we don't need any of that. Actually, I think I'm going to use these rather than these. Oop, that back on there. Oh, that's way too big. That can go on there. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up using these instead. How crispy are those? Oh, not bad at all. Oh, not bad. That's a little crispy. That's the one I've used the most. Alright. That one. Good. Alright. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to use. I'll get these out of the way. Keep that back there. Put that back in here. That came from, but here it is. Oh. That blue has been used. Sounds wet. Good. There's a yellow and a red. My gold, my metallic gold and metallic silver are not up to par right now. You see those? I need to turn my laptop so I can see it when I turn to look. It's a little out of focus, ain't it? All right. It is a bit out of focus. Okay, let me get my Unleashed Adventure kit out before I get all covered in paint. Oh, I don't want to keep it near the paint. Keep it over here. That sounds authentic. Happens every time. These guys, this guy, this guy. Ah, yes, that is Zoka, the outcast. She's a female Tharn Bloodweaver scout. Well, yeah, I guess I don't want to push my luck. The copyright detail, so I'm going to keep that out of sight. I need my clipboard. Which, incidentally, I have drawn or have drilled holes in for the use of what are those things called? Not rivets. It's metal, and on one side it's got like a head, and on the other side it's got kind of bendy metal. They're like two little flaps that you bend out, right? Clasp or something, and that's also for animation to keep the hole or the paper with the holes where they need to be, so I can flip through them. But I'm not dealing with that right now. All right, very good. Only I can get this to sit upright, just like that, and not slide. All right, very good. We're doing good. See what I'm looking at? Yeah, okay. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. These guys need to slide back. I've got my own yellow and my own red and my own blue. I need to use someone else's white and black. Yeah. These are permanent acrylic paints, right? Right. Okay, that's all I can think of. I'm gonna go get water. Let's start putting paint in the. Here, wait. I need to take care of the 3D printed guys. I need 3D junk, plastic junk. Come over here. Y'all. Oh, we can even just set those next to the printer right now. Okay. That's a X-Acto knife. I'll put that over here too. Right now. Okay. Get some water. Be white black. Get it? Be white black. Water, paper towel, oh, why don't I get the whole roll? You have enough light? It looks like more than enough light here to my eyes, but when I look on the video, it doesn't look like there's much light out here. Well, it will get better throughout the night because, well, here, okay, there's another lamp in here. I have multiple lamps. Just don't know if I want to use them just yet, because that's a lot of electricity. All right. No, we'll do like this. Yeah. No. Water. Come over here. This. Get that out of the way. I really like to keep that where it's secure. Why don't I do it here? Put that over here. It'll be secure there. I need to be in here. Let's start getting them damp. Don't push them like that. Okay. All right. And now, time to get wet. Oh, where do I want this? Keep that. Well, I'd actually need to use that quite a bit. What am I going to use the most? She has a Caucasian skin tone, so I'd say probably yellow and red. Black. Well, hang on. I have. Where is it? Some Nuln Oil. So I'm going to put some Nuln Oil on afterwards, but it's going to have to dry first. So that might be a different phase. Might be another day, I guess. I don't know. But right now, just going to be painting. I don't need that. Ink. Probably don't even need Nuln Oil. I could probably just use some ink, water it down. But who knows? Nuln Oil will get in the cracks real quick. All right, we're gonna put this black. Put that close near. Good. Yeah, I should probably put that on. Yeah, that's the point. That's the point of the wet palette, dumbass. What do I care? It's not my paint. Just kidding. All right. Yeah, dumbass. All right. Little absent-minded. It's not like I wasn't totally affected this morning by bullshit. Alright. So that's going to sit there and dry probably. Let me... Yeah, I'll just use one of these. Put it where it needs to be. I'm right-handed, so if I do this, I'm gonna have to do this goofy. You guys hear that? I try to make it sound like a fly. It sounds more like a fly when I don't try to make it sound like a fly. Alright. Good enough. What a dummy I am. And now my water is already dirty with the black paint. Why don't I go get some more water? Oh, jeez. We're off to a good start today, aren't we? I need to go run that under the faucet, too. You know what? Yeah. Before I do that, we're going to make sure. See, what I forgot to do is put my paintbrushes in the water before I got paint on them, because that helps to keep them protected from the paint getting stuck and not coming off the bristles. You know what I'm saying? Very good. Once again, this is Zoka the Outcast. In parentheses, it says the guide. Female Tharn Bloodweaver Scout. Alright, I'll put that in the description later. Let me go get some more water. What a waste! There. Deja vu. Rewind. Alright. There's that. Get some red. Oh, that's fun. It's got boogers. It's got a big booger. I need, well, maybe I need to do this over the trash. Well, I have a trash right here. Something disposable. With which? Toothpick. Let me go get a toothpick. Two toothpicks. Because we have two colors to do this with. Look at the booger. Look at that. You go right here. In there. Good. Okay. And toothpick with it. Actually, no, give me that toothpick back, because if it does one of these, use the toothpick to keep it from getting on my art desk. My desk. Ready? Blorp. We have a few Caucasians in here, so probably use that enough. Oh, toothpick. I summon thee. Don't pour more out, please. Thank you. That's about good. Spin. Good. Yes. All right. I'll even put that under back where it goes. I'll put it away. So I'm not going to need any more anytime soon. All right. Why does that not? Oh, that's right. All the way around. Looks like it. It's got to be this big ass clump on the side. Yeah, that's probably what it is. All right. Get this open. Get out of there. Oh, yeah. Ew. How about that? Get that off over the trash, too. So, I believe YouTube is going to be my live streaming video site of choice because it's got a button. You can just click go live, and ta-da! You're going live. It's an option that is not on every video streaming website. Oh, this one needs to be shook. All right, let me shake this up. I just want to clarify that I actually look good for this. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That is a whole lot of red. Don't worry. It's just kind of the way it comes out of this thing. I'll do it over here where it's already got yellow paint dried on it. All right. I need to make room for the blue, but I think red and yellow should go next door. Next door neighbors. Good. Good. Come on there. What's? Okay. Don't lose my toothpicks. Do like a so. And like a so. Oh heck, just toss them over here. It's already got black paint on it. Alrighty, here we go. Do some blue. That is not much room for mixing. Son of a bitch. Why? Why didn't I practice this before? I have to put a toothpick in that one too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I didn't get a third one. Be right back. Where did I put my soda? I got a soda pop. Be right back. I'll be back again. Snack. Oh, guess what I got? Moose Munch. It's homemade. Got liquids down here for me. We got man liquids. We got tool liquids. We got Moose Munch. I gotta break this up. While my fingers are not real painty. Not real painted. Break up. Snack food. This is gonna get real long, and there may come a time when, maybe I'm coming up a little dry for wet humor. You know what I'm saying? Right, that's not coming off there. I'll just have to bite it, I guess. Okay. That'll for me. Oh, I don't want that where I can get paint on it. Ow. Oh, the booger fell in. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's right here. Don't worry, it wasn't floating. It was local. Yeah. Shake it up so you can make another booger. Not going to need much of that now. Whose idea was it to put the dry honeycomb in there? All right, we're good. All right. Well, imagine the first thing we want to do is put a coat of white on it. So we have a bit of a prime. You know what? Why don't I do that for a few? All right, let me get these out of the way. All right, we are going to hopefully not slide. Please don't slide. Please don't slide. My real estate's getting a little congested. Maybe we'll bring a couple of hogs out. I'll probably just want to throw a white coat on all of them. Yeah, I'm going to do a white coat on all. Alright, that's a good idea. And they'll all... Don't fall. Go right there. Stay right there. And they will all be ready by the time I get done with the first one, right? And if I don't get them all painted today, I can work on them tomorrow as well. And I believe all of my computer hell has been sussed out. Yes. That's all of those ones. Hello. I drive for a living. Just kidding. I don't anymore. Because driving for a living was not good for my stress disorder. And that is what caused my blindness. I had a blindness. October of 2017. I remember it well. It happened about the same time. It was like a day or two before Red Dead Redemption 2 was released. I had pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition. I was so pumped. But had a lot of stress going on at the time because I had just gotten done with college, which was, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a very intellectual experience. It was a very positive intellectual experience the entire time that I was there. I met a lot of really cool people. I still stay in contact with a lot of them. You know, we're Facebook friends. Yeah, I could probably just toss them a message or whatever, but I don't believe I made any enemies. But it was an unaccredited college. So all of that time and effort was in vain. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. You know, I learned a whole lot. I think I'm going to line these up. Well, if I put them back there, maybe I need to rethink my situation here. I'm going to get the paint off the table. That's what I'm going to do. But, so, my college was unaccredited. It's actually closed now. And I have a bachelor degree in 18 honors. So, I really would have done great in the art industry had it been real. I guess I shouldn't say real, but valid. Had it been valid. Because it was certainly real. Alright, so we got that out of the way. I'm going to want this not very far away. I kind of want the lineup be nearby where you can see it. Alright, we gotta put the snacks somewhere else. We'll keep that out of your sight, so you don't get tempted. Pardon me? I want that there? You know what, I'm not using this right now, so why don't I toss that over there. Let us wet the brushes. It's been a while, if you couldn't tell. Alright, so just about prepared. This is going to be for me. This be for the miniatures. We'll do like this. Like this. Line it up. You'll be able to see them. I'm going to line them up back a ways. Yeah, I'll line them up over here to begin with, so I don't bump them. All right. Pardon me. Okay. All these guys out of the way. All of you. Everyone over here. Single file. You guys don't do single file very well. But it's the Iron Kingdom's immortal. Alright, so okay, I'm gonna need one of these for her. I'm gonna need one for me. Alright, here. Oh no, it's right here. Dirt. So, please be prepared because I'm going to need to take a break in a little while, which I'm not going to shut the camera off. But, yeah, it's gotta sit there. I kind of want plastic to sit it on because then it's not. You have an old Ziploc bag, maybe? No, we'll just keep it on this. Then the paint doesn't run off. It will be absorbed. Alright, she's over here. Okay. Now I need to start mixing. I guess when I'm doing a white coat, I could use a different paintbrush that's bigger. That'll get it done more quicker. I'll use that for a white coat. Okay, and we get this one wet too. I'm sorry this was scheduled for 3 o'clock. Didn't happen right then. All right. Boy, that feels good. These minis have been sitting here staring at me for the better part of about 2 years. I am so excited for the Iron Kingdom's Requiem books to be released. It's going to be a while. I think we've got months for it before it's shipped or whatever. I believe the backer kit is still running right now until March something. So if you haven't bought it yet and you would like to, got money, sure, it's a possibility. I'm going to, well, I want to believe that with the, I'll probably have to use a different paintbrush for it, but the Undercity characters, I want to believe that I can paint just the feet. And not the base. Oh yeah, it's probably, this is not the right paintbrush for it. But anyway, I'm gonna paint the base on these guys too. It's gonna be green, so I'll even get a white coat on that too. Can you see? It's not it's not an opportune view. Is this better? A bit better. You can probably see that. Okay. We're doing a little better now. Now we're getting intimate. Intricate and intimate. You'll be all white. Just kidding. Or, what a maroon. Everyone enjoys the puns from now, or from time to time, now and again. I'm kind of a dweeb. That's alright. Alright, we need some more paint. You know, the thing about this setup is I can't even see the chat box. If you guys come and chat, please, by all means, chat all you want. And maybe during my break, or when I go to take a break, I'll go and check the chat and respond before I take my break. I should be listening to headphones so I can think of things outside of what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm saying? That helps spark ideas because it creates a motion in your brain, a creative motion. Yeah, I can even just put it on the base. Basically, I can basically just put it on the base. So I've been reading into this RPG. It's the art is fantastic, and that is what really won me over. I found the Humble Bundle a long time ago, like 2 years ago, and I bought into it and had to work so much, and my work was so unpredictable that I could not even really read or schedule a game. You know, I couldn't play if you can't schedule a game because it's unpredictable. Often, like 9 times out of 10, when I have a day off, my day off was not my day off. I would get a call. Can you come in? If you're going to be a favorable worker, if ever you want to be able to have extra time, make extra money, that's kind of the way it goes. You would need to not deny them very often. But that's pizza business for you. It is absolutely and utterly unpredictable, and it's not really anybody's fault. It's just the way the business has to be ran because nobody knows when people are going to call and want a pizza, right? I am not cut out for that. It creates too much stress for my stress disorder. And that on top of previous stress and external stress, family stress, stress of being a 40-year-old man that doesn't have a wife or kid, stress of student loans, and the stress of being on the road, driving. All that behind it. It's just not what I'm cut out for. I started doing gig jobs afterwards, which made it much easier for me to make sure that I wasn't having too much stress. But that's not really. I mean, I need to be a head of a household, so it's not really a way to make enough money. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have never been a head of a household. I've never owned a house, but I never will if I don't have enough money for it. But whatever, I guess, as long as I don't have that stress on top of all the other stress, so. As much as I feel deprived, I also have to feel very fortunate. Because on a Thursday afternoon, I can be sitting here painting RPG miniatures and bitching about computer hell and fucking stress. Instead of having to work. I am high risk for COVID-19, by the way, and that's why I'm not working right now. My last job was a gig job, which makes me the one in charge. And I make that choice for myself. I assure you, it's not in vain. My doctors will vouch for that, I'm sure. But during quarantine, I have been applying to, this and that. And sometimes you come across an opportunity where you can make a real lot of money and you really can't pass that up. So, yeah. But I'm not going to go out of my way to go out in a pandemic when I'm high risk, when I'm not going to be making much money for it. It needs to be that doggone tempting and that doggone worth it. But I didn't get the job that I applied for, so. Oh well. Here I sit, painting 3D miniatures. Woe's me. Oh, stay there, please. It's staying on there. I don't know what's on the plastic. Alright. I have got to not worry about the base on most of these for now. In fact, why don't I put a little bit of that off of there for now. I'm going to do these in phases, I guess. We'll do the actual characters and then their bases. Because I need this to flow. Alright, we'll keep it about there. And that way I can hold on to the bases while I'm painting. Because we're getting into cracks and crevices. You want to be able to actively move the thing to make sure you don't have any paint welling up. So you preserve all the detail. You probably can't see that. You know, it makes it hard having a camera on the... This is my first time ever painting in front of a camera. Sorry. It's been kind of obnoxious. All right. So as long as I don't get any more paint on my brush, I can still kind of remove the wells of paint and reveal the crevices. Don't mind if I reveal my crevices to you. Just kidding, just kidding. They're not my crevices. They're the crevices of... Where are they? Western Imoran? I need to read more. I have all the books. I bought them all. Them all. No. So only recently have I started reading most of them. Of course, I thumbed through and I started reading here and there, and I'd go to bed and take my tablet with me and read the ebooks and get about a page in, then be like, alright, I did something. I believe I've gotten all the spots. What do you guys think? I cannot even see chat right now. Oh. The chat is right next to the video. That's sweet. So if you do chat, I can periodically turn around and see it there. But you know, I should bring the laptop over here so I can see the chat. Great idea, dumbass. Alright. So there's that one. That's a white coat. On Zoka the Outcast. I'm not going to know the names of these other guys for you right now. But before I start getting, the color on them, I will let you know. I'll make sure I know who they are so that I can be able to say it when I'm painting them. So there's that one. I'm gonna go get the laptop and bring it over here. By golly, I hope I don't knock over some water while I have the laptop over here. Guess I can move this. Yeah, you know what? That's all dry, right? It's dry now. Let me Make sure the clipboard is out of here for now. Set that over here. Good. Pardon me. I want to make sure I have room for the laptop before I do bring it over. That's room enough. Move these over. One of these days, I'm also going to get to the Pathfinder Worldscape minis. I still have those guys too. I don't know if that's Deja Thoris. I'm pretty sure that's a Starfinder character. What's her name? I read it just yesterday. I don't remember what her name is. But we have Red Sonja. We have Tarzan. You can't see him really. Red Sonja, Tarzan, John Carter of Mars. Here? No. Yes. No. That's Tars Tarkas. Tars Tarkas of Mars and John Carter of Mars. So that'll be fun too. I would love to have those because, especially Red Sonja. I am a lover of Red Sonja. I have been for ages. I love the comics. Oh man. What am I doing right now? I'm getting the laptop. The lappy tappy. Be right back. Don't need the mouse. Here. Get rid of the mouse. Yeah. Not to keep much weight on the cords. Don't yank on it. Over here. Alright, we want the power cord to go around the back side over here to the left. I'm a rookie. We'll stay right there. And then, yeah. And you guys can see picture in a picture. Oh. That can go here. Move this over here so we don't get that paradox. Isn't that a paradox? Is that what that's called? A mirror paradox or fucking... I don't know. Whatever. I'm yakking. Don't mind me. I yak. Yak. Yeah, that's kind of not for you to see, right? I shouldn't actually let you see. Put that on there. Like this. I still got to be able to paint stuff. Yeah, that'll be alright. I can paint something right there. Alright. Doing good. And now if you chat with me, I can chat. I can see what you say, and I can chat back. Just have to remember to keep checking. Dude, look at all my fans. I got no fans. Nobody want to watch me paint minis. Probably because everybody's at work right now. Don't worry, didn't miss much. Just putting a white coat on. Took me about an hour and a half to get started. You know what? I could use one earbud for music. What a great idea. What a grand scheme. Alright. My earbuds. When I play RPGs on VTTs, I actually use my earbuds for Discord. one of them there. That's fine. Good. Grand. Alright, and then that frees up resources. Alright, I'm going to get the music started. I will even share my playlist to the chat. So if you guys want to listen along, well, you won't really know what I'm listening to at the time that I'm listening to it, but I can tell you what I'm listening to. I just can't let you hear it through my video. You might want to check out my cousin Jackadelic. That's spelled Jaqadeliq. You may need to spell it out for Google Assistant, because that's the way it works. Google Assistant does not understand Jackadelic. But that's my cousin. I was the firstborn of all my cousins, and he was the next. So he was my little buddy back in the day. We're still buds, but I'm buds with all my cousins. All right, so check out Jackadelic of Smokehouse Junkies. That's my dude. All right, but right now, I think what I'm going to listen to is 3.0 album by Big Data. That's what I'm listening to. That's my music bite, right? Is that what you call that? Whatever. What a dweeb. Alright, so you guys can know what I'm listening to right now. I'm going to listen to a playlist in a little while, but I want to hear this right now. Did we start? We did not start. Ah, I did start. Okay. And let me copy the link. Come to YouTube and give y'all the link. It's a big link. Here it comes. Booyaka. It's a bit of a lag. All right, that's cool. Back to my channel. I want to stay on my channel but not be watching the video. Can I do that? There was a problem on the server. You're creating a paradox, Mr. Jory. What you see here was 4 minutes ago. Back to the music. What happened to the tunes? The play button. And I will give you the... How much battery do I have? 40%. Let me plug this in. I can do it right next to me. When I begin the playlist, I will share the playlist link as well. Okay, and we'll keep that right there next to me. Okay. All right. That's a pharaoh. I know that's a pharaoh. They're the pig guys. They're boars. Wild boars. They need spiders. They need Spider-Man. Just kidding. Spider-Man. You know, Arachnus is not necessarily mine, so I don't know where the my YouTube URL is the Plague of Arachnus. I thought of that a long ass time ago, and when I did, it's one of those things where I'm pretty sure I had heard of it before, you know what I mean? I just didn't know where or how. Back then, the internet wasn't like it is now. But I have not even written any story or done any art about the Plague of Arachnus. It's just what my YouTube URL has been all along, and for the longest time, it was not even anything related. But it would seem like something wicked. Back then, it was before I went to college, Back then, it was more of a music thing. I actually tried my hand at, or my voice at horrorcore rap myself. I don't know. I'm not good at that shit. I mean, I'm good with programming music, but my voice just isn't right for it. It doesn't sound right. I did not make a single sale. Oh, I made one sale. My dude Ronnie made one sale, $5 for a CD. And that was after, I don't know, however much. It was years, but it was not many albums because I was working so much. So, I don't know. My cousin Jack's always like, "Hey man, you been working on music?" And that's what we used to talk about, from age like 16 on into our 20s and up to 30s. But these days, I don't know, I'm just not right for it. And I believe it was this last Christmas, like for the first time ever, I was like, no, actually, I haven't been working on any music at all. It's just not fun for me anymore. I did for so many years and nobody really cared. It's not really rewarding for me. And this is the point, when I've done it for so many years, this is the point where I need to rely on it being successful, you know what I mean? People liking it and getting props and, I mean, I would get those props from Jack, but not really many others. Nobody really cared for the most part. So I just kind of fell off on that. I've got a ton of instrumentals that I've not used, which I might be able to use for like animations or whatever. So I have a stock of original works of music. And I guess it's just kind of like a reserve. Anymore. I put lyrics on some of them, but most of them don't have lyrics. Like 9/10 of them don't have lyrics. And that's not even really an exaggeration. And not only that, but I just don't have the ambition anymore. I put so much time and effort cranking ass into art, and I just kind of like launched off a cliff, and it hit me really hard. I really couldn't. I can't fathom putting that much time and effort into art again and not even know if anybody's going to want to buy my stuff. I have got to be hired and paid for my time. I need to be paid hourly for that shit. It just doesn't make sense to me, and I cannot put that much time and effort into just a whim. But I'll be around. I'm still capable. If anyone would like to get serious about hiring me as an artist or as a musician, It wouldn't take that much to get back into practice. You know, let me know that you're interested. But at this point, nobody really cares, so... just do what I enjoy. Keep the stress off. I can kind of be more careless when it's not my art, you know what I mean? I mean, I have to care enough, but... you can't even see that as blurred. What the shit, man? I should have been checking on that all along. How do you focus this thing? It's not supposed to be for something that close. You dumbass. I don't know. What do I do? How do I focus this? It didn't come with any software at all. Some generic thing. It's 1080 pixel. It's got a light. It's like, oh yeah, it's got a light right on the front of it. It's decked out. But yeah, about art, I can't fucking care anymore. I'm sorry. I don't get enough in return to really care that much. But I mean, that's not just art. It was real stressful. Most people don't understand how hard it is. Hard mental work to be a 3D artist. I don't know. Whatever. I'm done griping. I just want to enjoy my time here on Earth. Speaking of Earth, I love science. I love space and Earth history and things like that. Fucking dinosaurs. So interesting to me. And you know what? I saw in the news that there was a bird. It was I don't remember what it was. Some bird was pulled out of the Siberian permafrost. And it was right about the time that COVID-19 started. I swear. I know people said it started in China. It started in Wuhan. It's the Wuhan virus. But how did it emerge? Was it created in a lab? Like, how the hell else does a virus get started? When it's that tiny, they can release it from something that's been around for ages, and you won't even know. It's going to seem like it just started. It just popped out of thin air, right? Fuck no, it didn't. I swear it was somewhere in some type of ancient, like, it had to have been that permafrost. Or maybe, you know, there was also like a woolly rhino and wolves and all sorts of shit from the ice ages. I swear it was that goddamn bird or one of those things that they pulled out of the fucking permafrost or from, you know, found from the ice ages. Or it was created in a lab. It's common sense. It had to start somehow. And while we're still fucking around with trying to cure it, Nobody's caring about where it came from. That's what I think. We getting on some mind-blowing shit here on Don Jory's fucking mini RPG miniature painting live stream. The plague of Arachnus. Maybe it was a spidal. Now all that paint is going to go to waste. I'm sorry. It was not my intention. I swear it's been a while since I've painted. I mean, what do you need to know to paint? You know, there are a few key concepts to keep in mind, and start painting and it'll eventually come back to you. And by the time you come around for your second time in a week, it'll all be there. Hand-eye coordination is not so much, well, I guess it is like riding a bike, because riding a bike is hand-eye coordination. But like painting talent is what I'm saying, and like fine control is not so much like riding a bike. But did you paint? Yes. Is painting like riding a bike? Yes. Is painting well like riding a bike? Not so much. Is 3D art like riding a bike? Fuck no. It's a practiced skill. I still know, a lot of core concepts. I'm sure I could come back to it, in a decent amount of time, probably like a month. Give me a month. When I know someone is about to pay me for my 3D work, I will put that much effort into it. And I could probably be back on it in a month. But so long as, it's nothing serious, there's no contract signed, I'm not going to have that kind of ambition anymore. I'm sorry. It's not even here anymore. The dream is gone. The bubble was popped long ago. It's just fucking rubble. It could reform. I believe in magic in that aspect. But it's fucking rubble at this point in time. I do things from time to time to keep it alive, like painting miniatures. I mean, it is painting practice, right? It will hone that skill by the time I'm done. So, this is your boy Don saying holla. Can you see this? You can't even see it. God damn it. How do I focus that thing? I have to do it way the hell over here for it to look right. And then you can't even see what I'm doing. Ugh. I just got more paint on this thing. All right, give me a moment. I'll get to it. Don't put more paint on there just yet. You know what? The cool thing about having my live stream on YouTube is that shit don't disappear in a month. It's gonna be here forevermore. That's footage, dude. That's a back catalog. An effective back catalog that is accessible. All right, we have to do something about this focus. What if I turn it? Does it have a... No. 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 Oh. Oh, it's got different settings for the light. It doesn't autofocus. It's got one focus from far away. Ain't that some shit? Do I have a magnifying glass? My glasses are out in the glove compartment of my car. That's what they're for, is driving. You know what? I left the television on pause, and it's probably going to unpause at some point. I've got to do something about this. I guess I can move you back a little bit on the table. Sorry for the clutter. Got 40 years of accumulation here at my parents' house. That's not going to look right either. I need to do it way over here. Here. Right the hell there. I guess there's enough right about there. Move these guys back. We're going to keep it right here. That's enough. You can see it clearly enough from that distance. I'm going to keep it right there. He's about done. I kind of need to lift that a little bit because my hand is too big. Right there. That's where. Right about here. Okay, so that's first white coat. That one's about good. Let us get long chops with his white coat. We'll get his white coat on him. What have you to say now, Don Jory? Not shit, I guess. What else is there to talk about? Fucking COVID-19, dude. There's another mutation in New York right now. Just today I saw that on the news. It's a different strand of COVID-19 that has 2 mutations. You know, 2020 was like a deja vu. You know what I mean? Like it was stressful as hell, even when not working. You know what I mean? But like I swear, like I've seen this before in a movie or something. Like the shit. I don't know. Like seeing Donald Trump with a mask on, like in front of a helicopter or whatever, like wind blowing. It's like, dude, I've seen this in a movie or what is this? Maybe I'm having a premonition. I don't know. Maybe I've had premonitions or seen it in a dream or I don't know, whatever. It just seems familiar, but I can't place it where, I don't know. I've seen this before. Maybe it's what we were meant to know. Maybe it's in my DNA. It really would be in DNA somewhere. Did you know your entire life is planned out? It's right there inside you. There's a map right there that you can't see. That's life. It's life, boy. And all that shit there that they can't change it, they gotta hold it against you and they see it coming. People that got microscopes. Fucking scientists, dude. No. Doctors. That's all God is. It's chemical reactions. You see the power of God. It's not the power of God. It's fucking universe. It's reality. It's what science. It's the way shit works. That's the kind of shit I dig. Through and through. Those mind-blowing fucking concepts that are real. You know what I mean? Like science. Did you know the Earth's fate is upon us? It will take billions of years to get here. The Andromeda Galaxy is on its way to collide with us, with our galaxy. And it is so fucking gargantuan, fucking massive. It will consume our entire galaxy. What do we do? I don't know how planets work in that kind of situation. You know what I mean? Like, okay, before you, get all stressed out about what I'm saying, look into the real facts. PBS Spacetime. They have got the most tolerant real facts. You know what I mean? Like it's not real stressful. They make it's real mellow. They give it to you flat out. It's not much emotion. It's core facts. Much easier to understand. But magnetism, I know that magnetism, the Earth is a fucking huge ball of stuff. And I believe magnetism may keep other planets from colliding. But I don't know. I mean, and it's 4 billion years from now. And at that point, our sun will have already it'll be near its end. It will burn out 5 billion years from now. But we already have self-landing rockets, and we're on Mars, dude. I think what we need to do is figure out how to survive in space. You know what I mean? Like, have a baby in space, find some sort of a self-sustainable system, or an independently sustainable system. Turning water into air, recycling our waste. I mean, that sounds gross, but when you know how to do it right, it could really be necessary. What makes something out of nothing? Plants kind of do, you know what I mean? Like, it seems like they do. Well, you got to put so much into it. It's a lot of water that they absorb. But I don't see the numbers, you know what I mean? I just have a rational gaze, and I'm educated. Speaking of rational gaze, what? Meshuggah. I'm just kidding. So I've been putting together, and this doesn't have anything to do with Meshuggah, but I love their drumming. The drummer is fucking awesome. All right. Anyway, I've been working on a story that my original intent was to create a 3D animation. And that's why I went to college for 3D art. I don't have any fucking ambition anymore. 3D art is something you have to keep up on. The software turns over every goddamn year. And it's a fucking rat chase. Just to have the capability. Just to, you know, open up the door. You know what I mean? If you can just come to a conclusion on what you want in a piece of 3D software, and just keep it secure. You've got all the options that you want to have. That's when it's time to make 3D art a real industry. At this point in time, it is too goddamn expensive. So much money. Like $3,000 or $4,000 a year just for a subscription fee. That's what that software is like. It is insane. It is unheard of. I cannot spend that kind of money. Just throw it in the fucking wind. A year goes by and it's gone. I put $100 into this set of minis, and 2 years later, here they are, still waiting for me to paint them. It has permanence. There is no permanence in 3D software. There's no permanence in the 3D industry. Although these guys were made by 3D art. Guarantee that's what it was. Good old Long Chops. Long Chops knows. You know what's up. Did you know that Earth has a co-orbital object? It's like a moon that stays on the opposite side of the sun. I forget what it's called. We also have a second moon forming. You know what I say? Put tardigrades on it. Those mofos can live in space without air or water or fucking food, I guess. I don't know. But you know, if we evolved from apes, I believe, you know, see, my imagination, what would a god look like? You know, when ancient people were writing about this god, what the fuck would that thing look like? I'm like, it's got to be like a goddamn spaceman, or if we evolved from apes, maybe it was something. Well, chameleons do something pretty amazing. If it was like, like stealthy, like predator stealth, bending light or whatever, or maybe it was something that was, or maybe the counterpart, if we evolved from apes, but we are this tall, we have multiple skin colors, right? But we're the same species. I personally am someone who grew up in a mixed family, Native American and Caucasian. And living in a mixed family, even my grandmother was half-blood. So it was very peppered. I mean, I call it peppered. Like, across the whole family, there are some who are darker complected, there are some who are lighter complected. If you see over our entire species, it is a peppered species. So maybe we are all half-bloods. Now, what would have mated with an ape to make us? It would have to be something taller than us. It would have to be something, maybe it had transparent skin. Like Caucasian people, we aren't actually pink. We're an amount of transparency, and that's what's underneath that you're seeing there. What if it was something much taller than us? Something 10 feet tall, transparent skin. You can see the guts underneath. And you goddamn right that thing wouldn't want to be around us. If you could see them guts in there, prehistoric man would have been like, I gotta get that shit out of there. Maybe that's what's on Mars right now. Or maybe it's something with 4 arms. I don't know. Maybe it's in a water tank. Maybe it's a fish person. I might see a water tank staying in an atmosphere for a long ass time. If it's in a tank of water, it won't need an atmosphere. Well, it needs to be aerated, and it needs to be pressurized. Well, I don't know. Depends on whatever it is that's in there. But back on the tardigrade thing, tardigrades can live out in space. So maybe that is the organism that needs to evolve to be here, or to inhabit space after humans no longer can. If they can live in space, what if a tardigrade were to evolve into something sentient? Now, see, this is the kind of shit that I think about by myself. And that's what my role-playing game is going to be about. It's going to be historical fiction about Earth. It will be cartoony and it will be satirical. So it's going to be very goofy, It's not going to be so serious, but it will be those types of mind-blowing subjects. Earth history and evolution, space, time travel. That's my shit. It's not finished yet, though. I don't have a prototype. I'm still working on it. It's going to be a D10 game. A D100 game. I haven't decided yet. I want to allow both D100 options. Like you can do 2D10 or you can do an actual D100, a D100 die. Because I know there's such a thing. It's just not very common. Personally, I like 2D10, but that kind of splits your chances. You know what I mean? You roll a D100, a D100 die, and that is a 1 in 100 chance. You roll 2D10, it's different. It's a 1 in 10 chance and a 1 in 10 chance. But I want to allow both because I kind of like the 2D10 because it seems futuristic. You know what I mean? You look at the thing, it looks like a futuristic fucking artifact, you know? But, I mean, it's not because it's been around for ages. There is multiplication and division in my game. There's light algebra. You do need to know the algebraic order of operations, but it's not much. I want to say it won't be hard for kids when they have a parent to teach them in the first place. It's when they're learning multiplication. Kids aren't really going to have the kind of mental capacity to play role-playing games by then anyway. I mean, they might a little bit earlier than that, you know what I mean? And there's some sooner than others, but I think light algebraic presence shouldn't be real incredibly hard. I like going the next step, you know what I mean? Like I have the freedom to do that. I'd like to go a little bit farther. All right, long chops. Oh, no. Just as I think I'm done, I find a little crevasse I have not gotten to. There's a spot in here you might not be able to see. Under his arm. I just fucking love Iron Kingdoms and Iron Kingdoms Unleashed. It's the savage nature is just fucking. I'm an adult that doesn't have kids, so I can kind of indulge in that type of stuff as much as I want, really. I didn't say this was for kids, but I did not restrict it to age 18. You don't have to be age 18 to hear the F word, right? I don't know. Maybe I should restrict it to age 18 because I kind of get carried away sometimes and I forget about that type of stuff. More now than ever. Being 40 years old and stressed out my fucking mind for years. Stressed out my sight, that's for sure. Stressed out my eyes. I had a central serous chorioretinopathy is what it was called. It's essentially a blood blister on your retina, on the back of your eye. And in case you didn't know, the way your eye works is the retina on the back of your eye. Your eye is hollow. It's got goo in there, but it's transparent goo. And when the light comes in your pupil, it reflects against the back of your eye. And that is what sends the signal of sights to your brain. So when you've got a blister on your retina, and central serous chorioretinopathy is when it's centrally right in the center of your vision. Mine was. It was just my right eye. But so it was like I was looking through a pus bag. Everything was blurred and a tint of yellow. I know it sounds gross, but it's real. I believe I've only heard of one other person having the same thing, and only recently did I find out. But that's not me, so I don't want to reveal personal information about others. You know, I respect that kind of shit. I personally don't mind. As far as I know, I might want to know the situation, because if there is ever a situation that I don't know of, that, well, I wouldn't want my personal details known. But here I am, broadcasting to the world my fucking problems while I'm painting guys. Whatever, Don Jory. We all know you lost your mind a long-ass time ago. I didn't lose my mind as soon as most believed I did. My horrorcore rap was fictional. People don't understand how long it took me to come up with those words. I sat looking at a notebook for fucking weeks trying to figure out what I was going to say in this thing. What I released was the best I could come up with. But horrorcore rap was the goal. Now quit grimming me like I'm gonna steal your silverware, Grandma. Just kidding. Don't bend your rifle, long chops. Alright, how's that? We're about there for this guy. Alright, this album ended a long ass time ago, and I'm about to switch it over to my playlist, and then it'll just keep going on and on forever. I play my playlist on shuffle, so you will not even know unless you're friends with me on Facebook and you can see what I'm playing as I'm playing it. But you're probably not going to know what I'm listening to. It's just a list of a ton of different music, and I listen to it on shuffle. Alright. So now I'm going on a third coat. Now, he's almost completely white. If it takes you long enough to get all the way around him, probably just keep going. You need to know dry brushing enough to preserve the details. This is not a tutorial, it's a testimonial. 2 hours have passed. a lot of that was preparation. Need to give my brush a break. Give it some water. But most of my, imagination, the things that I enjoy imagining the most is logical things. All that stuff about Earth and evolution, I mean, it would seem logical. It's only logical that second half, what is ape minus human? Or what is human minus ape? A lot of this stuff sounds much more intelligible on paper because when I see it in front of me, I can go back over the words and make sure I have the right words there. But all right, long chops. Hang tight. Let go. Oh, who's next? Wait, I'm gonna put this in here. Maybe I'll take a brief moment. All right. I can call frogs with that. My frog caller. Give me some Who's much? Oh. All right, I'm feeling riffage right now. You guys want to hear some fuzz metal? Well, it's more than fuzz metal. Fuzz metal, there's stoner metal, there's blues. Anything that's real heavy on the riffs is what I put in this. I'm going to shuffle it though, so you probably won't know what I'm listening to when I'm listening to it. I like a little bit of everything. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. The best of everything. That's what I like to listen to. A little bit of Manthiel. All right.